Let's move to Wisconsin's defense. Hunter Wohler is one of the better safeties in the conference. He has 37 tackles, 6 PBUs so far this season. I know we have some elite wide receivers on this team, and I'm not sure if Wisconsin is anybody that can match up with Tyler Warren, but Hunter Wohler is someone you just don't want to throw at. He will likely be taking away those deep shots from Amari Evans and Liam Clifford and guys like that. I think Trey Wallace could have a really nice game on the edges. Wisconsin has a tough time guarding the edges of the field, especially they've had some corners that were supposed to be better than they have. A couple of guys have just not been as good as you like. Ricardo Hallman, I believe, was third team All Big Ten last year, and he's just not looked that good this year. Obviously, he could have a really good game against Penn State, but I feel like he's someone that we might want to attack. And then, of course, like I said, this could just be another Tyler Warren game where Wisconsin just has absolutely nobody to guard him, and he's just going to be open every single play. There's a real possibility for that to happen. So, but yeah, and then we got to talk about the environment. Night game in Madison, much like USC, a really tough road environment. Despite Wisconsin playing a difficult schedule so far, they're unlikely to be ranked at all this year. They play us, they play at Iowa, they get a bye, then they get Oregon, at Nebraska, and Minnesota. It's a tough schedule. They're going to lose 2 or 3 of those games most likely, unless they really change things at the end of the season. This is not a Wisconsin team that's likely to be ranked at the end of the year, but they're still a tough team to play, especially on the road. And then especially with Ohio State looming on the horizon, we have to win this game. You can't just look ahead too far and say, all right, this is a gimme against Wisconsin. We can start getting ready against Ohio State early. You got to keep that 1-0 mentality. You got to go in this game ready to give it our all. We played our worst game of the year against USC a couple of weekends ago. We were still able to come away with a victory. Another weak performance like this, we might not see the same favorable results. And also, like I said, with that Ohio State game coming up, I really think it's important to build momentum going into that game. I don't want to go into that game with back-to-back kind of slow performances against USC and Wisconsin, so you got to build up momentum. I think it would be optimal to go into Camp Randall, make a statement, win big, build up the momentum for this team, and really show, hey, we can be one of the top teams in the country. We can beat anybody in Beaver Stadium. With all that being said, my prediction, Penn State 28-14 for Wisconsin. I believe we're a 7.5-point favorite right now. I'm predicting us to cover like we have the last 5 times we've played the Badgers, a nice 14-point win in Madison.